welcome to A Race Down Memory Lane, your go-to source for unbiased NASCAR news. We're your hosts,
Lydia,
Cassandra,
and Vanessa
Johnson.
So, we're coming off of the Daytona 500.
Woohoo!
First race of the season. Here are your stage results.
At the
What?
same time.
What?
No, I was saying woohoo and oh boy at the same time.
Oh, I see.
It was a great race,
Ooh.
not a great finish.
I forgot to highlight on the stages. Oh well.
You always do that.
I always do that. Get used to it. Okay, so stage results. Kurt Busch won stage 1. Ryan Blaney won stage 2. You can see the rest of that. That's just the top 5 from each stage. The race results are Austin Dillon finished first. We'll get there when we get there. Bubba Wallace with his, not his cup debut, but his full-time cup debut in a second place finish. And then Denny Hamlin finished 3rd, Joey Logano 4th, Chris Buescher in 5th. No, don't go there. Paul Menard at 6th, Ryan Blaney in 7th. I almost said Paul Newman. Where did I get that? Ryan Newman in 8th. Michael McDowell in 9th.
You didn't let us highlight.
Sorry.
You just read them all out.
Well, you did that last week. I tried to get you to stop, and you did it before. We'll get back into our routine. I promise.
It's been a long time.
Okay, AJ Allmendinger finished 10th. Outside the top 10, we have Trevor Bayne in 13th, Truex Jr. in 18th, William Byron in 23rd, Brad Keselowski in 32nd, and Danica Patrick rounding out the field in 35th. And to explain the yellow, that is, hopefully you can read that. We thought we could read it. We're going to adjust it. Anyway,
we can read it sometimes and not at others. It's so weird.
It's the strangest thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, not that important, but the yellow, the purpose of the different color is to show you those drivers we picked or predicted in our pre-race video and where they finished. So.
And an anonymous
I
contributor.
removed the anonymous contributor from my highlights. Good. Yes. He is in scoring only.
Okay, that's good.
Yes. For consistency's sake. So we don't have some random person like Cliff Boyer showing up every week. Yeah. Okay. So, here are our chase standings, which are pretty irrelevant right now, but you can take a look anyway. Austin Dillon is locked into the chase.
Don't say that. Let's just hope for more winners than than positions. That'd be really
exactly. We just need 17 winners, and then those in red are going to be whacked out once the chase starts.
That's violent.
I apologize. Okay, so yeah, like I said, not relevant right now.
Right.
Here's our pick and prediction score from this week. So that is the guy predicted.
Predictions. Thank you very much.
Yeah, 1 week. Anyway, so for example, I predicted Martin Truex Jr. I get there, and he finished 18th, so my score is 18. Low score wins because Vanessa predicted Denny Hamlin 3rd. So
the Denny Hamlin.
I was gonna say the car number. Anyway. Yeah. So, low score wins on that. Our cumulative score is the same as our regular score this week because we're 1 race into the season, but next week it'll be added together.
And for my predictions, the race is not who will I beat, but how fast can I get to 300? It's bad.
Oh, boy. Oh, you have your moments. Okay, so, to discuss the race.
Not a lot.
Briefly.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there was one time we both predicted Johnson and he won. It was pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah.
That was 2
and of
seasons
course, before
ago.
we officially started scoring them, I predicted the winner 3 weeks in a row.
I predicted...
And she wouldn't let the count.
I predicted Denny Hamlin would win the Daytona 500, and he won. And then
that was from like ages ago.
Way long ago.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. We should get on to the Daytona 500 discussion that we have been talking about discussing. Okay.
We have a strange way of doing things.
We do, don't we? Danica Patrick is gone. Bye. She wrecked out of her last NASCAR race ever. How fitting.
Yeah.
If you disagree, you're wrong. Dillon and Almirola. Okay. You can debate we could debate till we're blue in the face whether that was an okay move or not.
I say it was just racing.
See, that's blue. I'm not sure it was intentional, and I'm not sure it was okay if it wasn't intentional. What I am going to say is he clearly drove through Almirola. Whether you've got an issue with that or not is up to you.
Right.
Dillon drove through Almirola. He wasn't being pushed. It wasn't a side draft thing. There was definitely contact. He bumped him and wrecked him on the final lap of the Daytona 500 in order to take the checkered flag. If it had been non-intentional, here's my thing, he waited until after the next flag would win the race.
Right.
That's what bugs me. Because it guaranteed him the win. So basically, he wasn't even going to race to the... Yeah, I know. It's not... I mean, if you're going to cheat like that intentionally, but then to have... In my mind, if you're going to do that, to appear somewhat blameless, I would do it before the green-white checker and then race somebody to the finish rather than just taking off. So
that wasn't his point. His point was to remove any and all competition.
Right. To guarantee himself the win, to get... Yeah. So, which,
I think
is that wrong? Yeah. It was beyond the pale.
There were more honest ways of doing it.
Yeah. It was a low blow, in my opinion. Whether it was wrong, I don't think he should be penalized by NASCAR.
No.
There's nothing in the rules that says that.
Don't start that. Don't.
Yeah.
Donut. That sounds.
Donut. There's nothing in the rules that says he should have been penalized. It was a legal move. Let's put it that way.
Right.
So,
but there's a difference between moral,
legal, and honorable. Okay, let's move on. What else do we need to talk about? Roush Fenway Racing. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Trevor Bayne, in case you didn't know. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. overheated quite badly when he was running toward the front.
He's a favorite for any and all restrictor plate races.
Yeah, he was.
Now, it wasn't last year.
I know, it's so weird.
Anyway. It's the low downforce package. I love it. Even if it causes some wrecks, it really, really helps the driver rather than the car.
And
rather than the money of the owner.
And they
I love it.
Even more downforce this year, which is
That's why we had problems with the side drafting.
Yeah, which we have never had before, in my recollection anyway. So,
Bayne rode a 1.
So, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Was overheating running toward the front. You all saw that on the TV broadcast if you watched. Steam coming out from the hood, bad problems. He had to pit, get that taken care of. Trevor Bayne running in 4th. Also pit at a very bad time. They didn't care.
Not strategic. It was.
Yeah, it wasn't a strategy pull where it's like, oh, okay, if we pit here, there's a stage coming up where we're going to have a caution and everyone else is going to pit. That didn't happen.
But they didn't.
It was after the second stage.
Right, they never told us why.
Nobody showed us what was going on. It was on one of their stupid no commentator things. Oh, stop it.
I suspect that it was engine problems.
We think he was overheating and had to pit for some reason, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, that would have been nice to know, NASCAR, or Fox rather, but anyway, so we think they're having engine engine overheating issues, and we're hoping it doesn't plague them later on in the year. If it does, likely again at Talladega is the next opportunity for that to show up. Hendrick Motorsports, a not so great showing. What are you doing?
Breathing.
What is the problem? We haven't yet recovered from the whatever bug we had.
Cold or flu or whatever it was.
There's a debate going on about that too. If you have to remove yourself, please do. Okay, but Hendrick Motorsports had a less than stellar showing. Every one of them, all 4, wrecked. We had 2 wreck out, Johnson and somebody else, and then Bowman and Byron were running but completely out of contention. So yeah, Elliott and Johnson both wrecked out.
You're sure Bowman was running?
I don't know.
I'm not 100% sure. No,
he was running at least until really late. Like
he was. I think
kind of blocked it out of my mind.
He wrecked in one of the later
race.
It was an exciting race, but not a very fun conclusion.
I know. It was like, can we just have like the top 17 wreck, please?
I know.
Anyway,
it's kind of an anticlimactic end.
It was. Anyway, so Hendrick didn't show up. They all wrecked at some point and removed themselves from contention. So
yeah.
But we'll see if that changes.
Byron did a good job of fighting, though.
Who did?
He was back at it after wrecking and tried to get back.
I'm pretty impressed with Byron so far. We'll see. See as the year progresses. Anything else we want to touch on? No.
No. That's good.
I think we're finished.
Not a lot of dead air in this one. All right.
So, This has been Post-Daytona, Race Down Memory Lane, your
Your
go-to
go-to
source for unbiased NASCAR news.
I'm gonna go.
See you before Atlanta.